Born in the Black Forest and having returned as of 2022 after decades of artistic endeavors, Patrick Schern is the creative director and creative force driving Poetic Kinetics. It's an art studio that creates large-scale kinetic installations that have been featured across the globe, from ephemeral, airbound lattices to enormous astronauts, flowers, insects, and now trees, some of which are headed to Denver with a planned install date of early next year. John McMichael takes a look at the magic.
You know, you can make a choice about everything. You can go to Home Depot and they've got this kind of floor covering and that kind of floor covering and this 3 colors and whatever. And I just refuse to surrender to that. I'm the creative director of Poetic Kinetics Studio, and here we are at the studio.
It's basically a mad scientist's workshop, and we follow wherever Patrick Schern's brain takes us.
I really gravitate towards paying attention to how things move and sort of natural forces and natural elements in the world, and then sort of like playing with them and revealing them in unique ways. Like you feel the wind on your skin and you're like, oh, the wind is blowing. But when you see a big thing that's affected by the wind, 20,000 square feet or something, and it's moving with these big giant symphonic kind of motions, you really get connected to what the bigger picture. Like you're a little thing in this giant universe, and then this planet is a tiny thing in this giant universe. I'm able to use scale as a way to sort of ground you in the experience.
Talk to me about that. What's kind of the range of things that you have made?
Well, I was raised as an artist, and my mother's an artist, and so everything growing up was sort of a creative decision. Like, how do you make a pancake and whatever, all the way to
constructing a spectacle.
So scale is kind of irrelevant. I'm just not afraid of scale.
This story starts in 2005 on the playa in Nevada.
I did a big piece at Burning Man that was a 100-foot tall flower on top of an aerial boom lift.
From there, he was contracted to produce work for the 2008 Olympics in Beijing.
And they had this idea of a terracotta warrior and a girl puppet show. And the terracotta warrior was 26 foot tall and supported by a crane that you'd see, building an apartment complex.
That really launched Poetic Kinetics and made Patrick realize that he could make a living and a life out of doing what he does best, just pushing the envelope and just taking it there.
And we've done so many different things.
We're sort of all over the map.
From Coachella to everywhere.
We have heavy equipment artwork, which is built around heavy equipment.
To, this really beautiful, flowing, moving Skynet that we've put all over the world. That used to sound crazy, and now I really just trust the process.
It's a process that's been a journey, not just through the wild geometries of creativity, but also across the very real geography of our world, starting here in the Black Forest and eventually returning here.
It's like a deja vu.
A here that's home.
I was born like 3 miles from here and raised here as a kid, and then moved away to Los Angeles and a bunch of different places, and just recently brought my studio back here and set up shop here in the Black Forest. It took 5 fully loaded semis to come from Los Angeles. It took us a year to put it all away.
Driving onto the property, it's very clear that creativity has spilled out of the workshop.
Yeah.
There's projects old and new being tested or waiting for install, including a new grove of wildly colorful trees that have temporarily taken root.
They're casting light on the ground, and they're moving kinetically with the wind, and the colors are magical and crazy.
This one's a prototype. The full-scale version's eventually headed to Denver's 16th Street Mall.
They're like 30 feet tall, these trees.
While others are bound for botanical gardens.
I was so inspired by the mission of botanical gardens. There's conservation and education and preserving species, and it's really, there's a lot going on there. This one is called autumnal eruption, and I was inspired by the explosions of lava coming out of a volcano. So we're really kind of diversifying and branching out, doing a bunch of different stuff.
And doing different stuff, that's every day.
I'm not making the same food every day. I'm not hitting the same nail with the same hammer every day. It's all different.
Every day, every project, every moment is another chance for more different. Another chance to live.
It really is a lifestyle.
Creatively.
And it's so much a part of the ethos of our work, is about inspiring and ultimately reclaiming a wonder that we all have within us.
We don't want to take life seriously. We want to have fun, you know, and we hope to spread that fun. We hope people walk away and they walk away happy, and they walk away excited, and they walk away playful.
I just want to make this sort of the biggest, funnest spectacle that I can, and if I can get, you know, people sort of engage their child spirit, I think I'm winning.
Oh, just incredible. Patrick also shared that he's been impressed with how the downtown artistic community has developed since he first left Colorado, and is looking for more artisans and fabricators to join his team. If you're interested in learning even more about Poetic Kinetics, we're working to edit several longer interview pieces covering more about Skynet's team makeup and collaboration, large-scale projects, and more. Find them tomorrow, September 4th on KOAA.com. And for even more, head to poetickinetics.com.